I'm Chelsea Markham from Hazel and Ruby, and I am here today to tell you about the tassel necklace and show you how to make these adorable little tassels. So in your kit, you are going to have the 3 colors of ombre string that you'll need to create your necklace, a recipe card that will give you the instructions, a gold chain to string your tassels on to create your necklace, and a needle. So first off, your template is going to be this little cardboard piece that the string is already attached to, but it's a little too tight to slide off. So you're going to unwind the thread and then thread it back onto the template just a little bit looser. So you can just loosely wrap it around the bottom because you're going to slide it right off. All right, once you've rewound your thread, you want to take the end and cut a couple of pieces off. One that is 4 inches and one that is 12 inches. We're going to use those a little bit later. So now you just carefully slide this little group of thread off the end, and you'll want to keep it together because now we're going to take that shorter piece and lay it down on top so that we can tie off the middle of the tassel. It's okay if you don't find quite the middle, because you'll be able to slide it around. And I'm paranoid, so I do a triple or quadruple knot on this just to make sure that it's not going to fall off. And you can also take a little dab of glue on that knot if you're really worried, and that will ensure that it won't come undone. But a couple of knots should do it. And you don't need to worry about cutting these extra threads off because they'll just become part of the tassel. So now that we have that secured, kind of just find the middle of that piece and you're going to fold it in half along that middle thread. That can also help you find the middle to make sure that those ends all line up. So now we're going to take our longer piece of thread, and this is a little bit tricky because you want to hold the tassel in place as you tie this thread around. If you want to get a friend to help you tie, you can, because you want this one to be tight so it can hold all those little pieces together. Once again, I do a triple knot to make sure that that will stay in place. So you can either leave it at that and just have one thread going around the whole tassel, or you have these extra pieces and you can wrap them around. Just create a little more of a holder for your tassel there, and then you can tie those off again. All right, once you're at that point, your tassel is almost done. And what you want to do next is trim off any of these excess pieces carefully. You don't want to cut too close to the knot because you don't want to make it fall apart. And then also you want to cut through all of these loops at the bottom so that you actually have the fringe. And you may need to do a little bit of trimming at the bottom to get them to be more even. All right, so that is one of our tassels, and that one is done. So you would, at this point, create the rest of your tassels in the other 2 colors, but I'm going to show you now how we attach those tassels to the necklace. So you're going to want to use a little leftover piece from when you were tying off before and tie that piece to the jump ring at the end of your chain. This is going to make it easier to thread with the needle the chain through the tassels. You can just tie a quick double knot here at the end and take out your needle. So now your needle is through the chain. And then, so that first loop that we made, that we tied off the middle of the tassel, that's what you're going to thread the chain through. So you just carefully slide the needle through that loop. And slide the jump ring through the loop as well. This can take a little bit of massaging to get it through, but it is possible. All right, once your chain is through, if you had any funky pieces that came loose, you can just pull along the ends of that and they should go back into place. And your tassel is now on the necklace, just like that. So for your final product, you will have an adorable little tassel necklace to wear. And you can also now have the skills to create more tassels and create something like this little banner. You can use anything from yarn to the thread like we have that's a little bit silkier, or this is just embroidery floss. You can use any array of things to make more of these little tassels. If you want more ideas and projects, please visit hazelandruby.com.